What's good, y'all? Welcome to weeks 3 and 4, day 3 of your Kinstretch program. So today is our accessory day. So we got wrists, elbows, ankles. Okay, so similar to our other days, you'll see we have some max effort pails and rails today, a little bit more volume, but business as usual. Okay, so we'll start in spinal segmentation. So on all fours. Okay, we're gonna go through 3 here. So start at your lumbar, slowly moving into extension. Best you can, squeeze those arms and legs close to each other. Start back at that lumbar. Doing your best to segment one vertebra at a time. Push everything away. Back at that low back. 2 more reps here. Slowly move into extension. Head comes up last. Squeeze. Back at that lumbar. Big exhale. When you get to the top, push everything away. Last one. Slowly come into an extension. Biggest one here. Squeeze those hands and knees close to each other. And then back at that low back. Pushing everything away. Big exhale. Perfect. Okay. Neck cars. So 2 each way. So let's start to drive that chin down. Drive up towards one shoulder. Once you hit that stopping point, drop the ear toward the back pocket. Slowly looking up toward the sky. Ear towards the other back pocket. Down to the starting position. Once more. Rotate. Drop that ear. Slowly coming up. Eyes up toward the sky. Ear toward the other back pocket. Back down to that starting position. And let's take it right back. Rotate. Drop that ear. Head goes up toward the sky, ear towards the other back pocket, down to that starting position. Once more. Drop that ear, slowly looking up. Max safest range of motion. Remember, you never want to be pushing through pain through any cars, especially your warm-up ones. Perfect. Okay, scapulas. Got 3 each way. Arms nice and strong and straight. We're gonna come up, retract the scaps. Keep that retraction as you peel them down and roll those shoulders forward. 2 more, up, back, squeeze, pull them down, roll forward. Once more, up, back, down, forward. Let's take it right back. So down, retract, keep that retraction as you pull those shoulder blades up. Let them roll forward, all the way down. 2 more, down, back, keep that up. Let them roll forward, all the way down. Last one, down, back, up, forward, and relax. Perfect. Okay, elbows. So remember, you want those elbows slightly forward, glued to the side. We'll start to bring them up. Flip the hands down, and then straight back up, out, down. Good. 2 more like that. Up. Hands are outside the shoulders. Flip them. They're inside as you come down. All the way back up. Flip. Down. Last one, up, in, down, and then all the way back up, out, down. Perfect. Okay, we'll go 1 wrist at a time. Again, 3 reps. Pretend like it's a cell phone on your wrist and you don't want it to drop. Keep that palm nice and strong and straight as we come down to extension, in, wrist comes up, out, down. 2 more. In, up, out, down. Feedback kind of helps with that hand here to just kind of just feel the wrist, up, out, down, and then let's take it right back. So down, out, up, in, down. Good. 2 more. Up, in, down. Last one. Remember 1 mile an hour here, so we're just moving nice and slow, getting that wrist nice and warmed up. Relax. Let's switch it up. So nice and strong and straight. We'll start down, in, up, out, down. 2 more this way. Moving nice and slow. Keeping that arm nice and steady. Once more. Down, in, up, out, down. Then let's take it back the other way. Down, out, up, in, down. 2 more. Nice and smooth. Max range of motion of that wrist. Last one. Down, out, up, in, down, and relax. Perfect. Okay, knees and ankles. Same, we're gonna go 3 each today. So if you wanna grab that hamstring, we're rotating this lower leg. So let's start to rotate out as much as you can. Extend up, in, down. 2 more, out, up, in, down. Last one, out, up, in, down. Now keep it in where it's at. We'll go straight back up, out, down. 2 more. Remember, really don't push through pain. So if you feel anything as you're extending up through the knee, just make it a little smaller. Perfect. Okay, ankles. So now grab that shin. We don't want the shin to move now. So we're gonna come down, in. As we come up, spread the toes as best as you can. Peel them down together as we come down. 2 more, in, up. Spread, out. Peel them together as we come down. Last one. This way, in, up, spread, down. And then let's take it right back. So down, out. Now we're coming up as we spread, in, peel them together. 2 more. Spread as we come up, in, down, peel those toes together. Once more, out, up, spread, peel them as we come down. Nice. Switch that thing up. Okay, knee on the other side. So let's grab that hamstring. Start to rotate that whole lower leg out. Keep that best you can as we extend up, in, down. 2 more. Rotate, extend, rotate in, down. Once more. Out, up, in, down. Now keep it there as we come back up, out, down. 2 more. Out, up, in, out, down. And now let's come in once more. Up, out, down. Okay, ankles. Grab that shin. Keep that shin nice and steady as we go down with the ankle. In. Spread those toes as we come up and out. Peel them together as you come down. 2 more. In, up, spread to the best of your ability. Peel them as you come down. Once more. Up, spread, down, peel, and then let's take it back. So down, out, spread as you come up, in, down. Good. 2 more, up, spread, out, peel them down. Last one, out, spread as you come up, peel them together, in and down, and relax. Nice. Okay, so we're nice and warmed up. We're gonna start with that wrist extension here. Okay, so you're in this quad position. Remember, you wanna find a spot where you can't lift the wrist up here. Okay, so the more shifted forward you are, you should feel a nice little stretch. So now I'm trying to lift and I can't. So this is where we're gonna do our isometrics, okay? So we're gonna do 1 light pails at 50% max effort. And then we have 2 sets of pails and rails, max safest effort. Okay, so pails, you're driving those fingertips and thumb down into the ground. Rails, you're driving the bottom of the palms, trying to lift those fingers up off the ground. Okay? So here we go. Let's take a big breath in. Brace the core, and we'll slowly start to drive those fingertips down into the ground, nice and light, 20% of your max effort. Double how hard you're pushing, 40. A little bit harder right now, 50, and hold. So your core is tight, fingertips are super heavy in the ground. 10 seconds, keep pushing. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, after every set, if you can sink a little bit deeper, try to, but if you feel good where you're at, just stay there, that's just fine. Okay, now these are gonna get pretty intense, especially on rails, so max safest effort here. Okay, 10-second holds on each. All right, so let's take a big breath in. Brace that core, and let's start to drive those fingertips down into the ground. 20% max effort. 40. Your whole body's driving now. 60. 80. Now as hard as you can, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. 3, 2, 1. Now drive the bottom of the palms. Try to lift those fingertips up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, a couple recovery breaths. Again, if you can, sink a little deeper here. Do it. But if you're fine where you're at, just stay there. We got 1 more like that. Then we got 5 passive range liftoffs, and then 3 active liftoffs, which is new. All right, here we go. Next inhale. Brace up. Let's start to drive those fingertips down into the ground. 20% max effort. 40. Whole body's driving at 60. Keep pushing. 80. Max safest effort, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Right to rails. 3, 2, 1. Now try to lift those fingertips off the ground, heavy in those palms for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, now if you have to take a second here, shake it out, feel free. But we're gonna go right into our passive range liftoffs. Okay, so from here, we're gonna initiate rails contraction. So nice and light, about 50% max effort, drive those palms, try to lift the fingertips up, hold the tension as we hinge back until the fingertips barely come off the ground, hold, and shift back forward, relax. 4 more like that. Initiate that rails, hold the tension, sit back until those fingertips barely come off the ground, hold, relax, shift back forward. 3 more. Good tension through the bottom of the palms, rails contraction, hold that, hinge till those fingertips come off, hold, relax. Last 2, good tension, rails contraction, trying to lift, hinge back until those fingertips barely come off the ground. Relax. Last 1 here. Initiate that rails. Hold that tension as we sit back until those fingertips come off. Last 1. And relax. Okay, so 3 lift-offs, 5-second hold each. Now you are going to get to a spot where you can actively lift them off. And we're fighting for as much range of motion as we can on every rep. Okay, so just 3 today. So let's take a big breath. Drive those bottoms of the palm. Lift those fingertips up and you're nice and active for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, important to control that eccentric down. Very slow here. 2 more. Good tension. Drive, lift, lift. You're super active. 3, 2, 1. Control them down slow. Last 1. Good tension. Drive and lift. Biggest ones of the day. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. Nice. Okay, 1 more set of cars here. We can just do both of these at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna go 3. So we'll start to drive those fingertips down, in, up, out, down. 2 more. Perfect. Last 1. Take your time. In, up, out, down. Let's take it back the other way. Down, out, up, in, down. 2 more. Out, up, in, down. Last 1. And relax. Nice. Okay, wrists done. We're gonna go to elbows now. So remember, if you have a PVC pipe, this can help for a little feedback, but you can also do it without anything. So if you wanna just use your fist, rotate into it like this. I'm gonna use this today. Or remember, it's just fine however you are. Okay, so elbow nice and tight. You're gonna rotate in as much as you can. If you're using some type of tool, put that hand on top. So we got a light pales contraction. So pales, we're gonna be driving up. So I'm trying to rotate up here. Rails, I'm trying to go down towards the ground, okay? So feedback helps. Try to lift up with the opposite hand, but don't let yourself, okay? So you'll see me switch during our isometrics. All right, so first, nice and light. Let's take a big breath in, brace the core, and now slowly, lightly rotate up into that top hand, 20% max effort. Double it up, 40, a little bit harder, 50, and hold. So I'm rotating that PVC up into that hand. You might be rotating up into your own hand, but just keep that tension. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, 2 sets max safest effort here, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's take a big breath in, and we'll slowly start to rotate up into that hand once more, 20%, 40, whole body's tight, 60, 80, now as hard as we can, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. Now I'm gonna try to pull this up. You're gonna hold the position with the opposite hand. So 3, 2, 1, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, one thing to note, just really make sure that that elbow stays nice and glued through the whole thing, so you don't want to be like chickening your elbow out like this. Okay? All right, a couple recovery breaths here. We got one more. Then we're gonna do some eccentrics and axials. All right, here we go. Big breath in. Brace the core. Slowly start to rotate that PVC up into that top hand once more. 20%. 40. 60. Keep going. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so eccentrics. What you're gonna do is you're gonna give yourself tension with this top hand, okay? You're gonna rotate up until you get to about 90 degrees, and the whole time you're fighting this down, but you're letting this bottom hand wind, okay? So we got 5 reps here, okay? So let's get good tension. Start to rotate up. You're giving yourself some feedback with that top hand. You're rotating all the way up to neutral, and then all the way back down, okay? 4 more. Good tension from this top hand. Rotate, rotate. Good. Back down. 3 more. Good tension. Rotate, rotate. Perfect. Last 2. Straight up. Good tension. You're fighting yourself up the whole time through that top hand. Really should feel it through that forearm, elbow, even shoulder a little bit. Last one. Rotate, rotate, and relax. Nice. Okay, 4 axial rotations here. Okay, so we're gonna keep this nice and tight. We're gonna rotate in as much as we can. And you're super active, driving as much range of motion. And then let's rotate out, reaching for max range of motion. 3 more, in, out. Really important to keep that elbow nice and tight again. 2 more, in, out. Last one, straight in. And straight out. Now keep it there. 3 elbow car, so up, in, down, straight back up, out, down. 2 more. Flip, down, and then up. Boom. Last one. Down, up, out, down. Perfect. Okay, I'll do this side with nothing just so you guys can see the difference. Okay, so we're going to start with that pails and rails. So we got a light pails here. So I'll be resisting with my hand now. Okay, so pails, and we're rotating up. Rails, I'll try to pull this way. I won't let myself. Okay, so let's take a big breath in. Brace the core. And let's start to slightly rotate the fist up into that hand at 20% max effort. Double that tension. 40. A little bit harder. 50. Hold. Good. 10 seconds here. Keep driving up. 5, 4, 3, 2. slowly relax. Okay, couple recovery breaths. Now we got 2 max effort pails and rails here. Okay, so here we go. Next breath, let's inhale. I'm trying to rotate that fist up once more, 20% max effort. 40, 60, keep driving, 80. Now as hard as we can, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. Now you're gonna try to pull up. Don't let yourself. 3, 2, 1, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, so you can get a little bit more range of motion here. We got one more. Okay, here we go. So let's take a big breath in. Brace up. And let's slowly start to rotate up once more into the hand. 20%. 40. 60. Keep driving. 80. Now max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to hold that position as you pull up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so eccentrics. Again, you're going to be rotating up to neutral, and you'll be driving this hand, this top hand, down, but letting that bottom hand win. Okay, so you're giving yourself feedback. So again, 5 reps, here we go. Give yourself some tension with that thumb. Start to rotate up, fighting it as you rotate to neutral, all the way down. Good tension. Rotate, rotate. Giving yourself that good feedback with the opposite hand. 3 more. Good tension. Drive, drive. Last 2. Rotate, rotate. Really fighting with that opposite hand. Last 1. Rotate, rotate. And relax. Nice. Okay, 4 axials here. So we're gonna start. Let's rotate as much in as we can, fighting for that max range of motion. And then all the way out. Good, 3 more each. In, reach, reach. Straight out. Again, keep that elbow nice and glued to the side, so you're just working on rotation here. 2 more. In. Straight out. Last 1, straight in. And straight out. Okay, now keep it right there. We got 3 elbow cars. So we're straight up, in, down, straight back up, out, down. 2 more. Flip, down, straight up, out, down. Last 1. In, down, and all the way back up, down. Nice. Okay, we got those wrist elbows. Last thing, ankles today. Okay, so we're gonna be in what's called a cowboy position again. So that's where you're gonna be here. Remember, if you do need like a block or something to sit up on your butt, feel free, okay? But we're gonna get to a spot where that knee is driving over the ankle or over the toes. Want the heels to stay on the ground. You want to get to a spot where you can't lift. So I'm trying to lift my toes up right now by driving the heel down, and I can't. Nice little contraction in the front. So I'm at my in range. Okay, so again, nice and light pails here on the first one. 2 sets of max effort. Then we have some eccentrics, which are new, and then active liftoffs as well. We haven't been doing the last couple weeks. Okay, all right, here we go. So let's take a big breath in. And we'll slowly start to drive those toes into the ground. So think like you're pushing an accelerator in your car. Nice and light, 20%. Double that tension, 40. A little bit harder, 50, and hold. So good tension, driving down into the ground for 10 seconds. Keep pushing. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay. Max effort here, all right? So next breath, let's take it. Inhale. And then let's slowly start to drive those toes down once more. 20% max effort. 40. Whole body's driving. 60. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. So you're going to try to drive the heel down, try to peel the feet up. So 3, 2, 1, rails and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, a couple recovery breaths here. See if you can maybe sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. And we got one more. All right, here we go. So let's take that next breath in. Brace the core. Start to get those toes nice and heavy into the ground. 20% max effort. 40. 60. Keep driving. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. 3, 2, 1. Now drive the heel. Try to lift the toes up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Nice. Okay, so now you're going to shift back just a little bit. Okay, 5 eccentrics here, so you should be able to lift a tiny bit. You're going to hold that contraction, that rails contraction, as you shift forward. The whole time you're going to be trying to drive those toes off the ground. Okay, so the heel's super heavy here. So let's start a little bit back. Initiate that rails contraction. Hold that. Keep trying to pull those toes up as you hinge all the way forward. Relax. Come back. Okay, try to lift. Keep the tension. Shift forward. You're really trying to get these front muscles nice and fired up. Keep trying to lift all the way forward. Boost yourself back up. 3 more. Initiate that rails. Try to lift. Hinge, hinge. Shifting the whole body forward. Trying to get a little deeper with every rep. Control yourself back. 2 more. Nice and heavy in that heel. Trying to lift. Shifting that knee over the toes. Keep driving, keep driving. Relax. Last one. Straight up, rails, try to lift. Biggest shift of the day. Drive, drive. Keep trying to pull those toes up. And relax. Okay, 3 liftoffs. So now we're gonna get into a spot where you can lift. 5-second hold on each one. Okay, so good tension, drive the heel, we're nice and active, pulling up, 4, 3, 2, 1, control the eccentric, slow down. 2 more, drive that heel, lift and fight for as much as you can for 3, 2, 1, Control it down slow. Last one. Good tension. Lift. Fight for 4, 3, 2, 1. And control down. Nice. Okay. 3 ankle cars on this side. So we'll grab that shin. And let's start to come down. In. Spread as we come up. Peel as we come down. 2 more. Out. Peel. Last one. Up, out, down. Then let's take it right back. Down, out. Spread as we come up. In, down. Last 2. Spread. Peel them together. Last one. Out, up. Spread. In, down. Relax. Nice. Okay, 1 down. I'm just gonna match up this other side. Okay, so you'll see you might feel one side's a little different than the other. That's just fine. But again, you're gonna get to this spot where the heel's on the ground. Nice stretch in the front. And we'll start with our isometrics here. Okay, so let's take a big breath in. Brace the core. And let's start to drive those toes down into the ground. 20% max effort, so nice and light. Double how hard you're pushing right now. 40. A little bit harder. 50 and hold. Good. So good tension here. We got 10 seconds. Keep driving those toes down into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, max effort here. Okay, so we got 10 seconds on each. So here we go. Let's take a big breath in. Brace that core, and let's start to drive those toes down once more into the ground. 20%, 40, 60. Your whole body's driving. 80. Now max safest effort, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. 3, 2, 1. Heavy heel, trying to lift those toes up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, see if you can shift a little more forward here on this last set. A little deeper stretch here. Couple recovery breaths, and then we'll get into our active work. Okay, here we go. So let's take a big breath in. Brace that core, and let's start to drive those toes down into the ground. 20% max effort. 40. 60, 80. Now max safest effort, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to lift those toes up. Heavy heel for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so you're gonna shift back a little bit. Should be able to lift a tiny bit, rails. Okay, we're keeping that as we hinge forward, trying to lift up the whole time, okay? All right, so here we go. Initiate that rails, heavy heel. Toes might lift a little bit. Keep the tension as we shift forward or try to lift those toes up the whole time and right back. Okay, straight up, lift, lift. Keep that tension as you drive yourself forward. The heel stays super heavy into the ground. Relax, right back. 3 more. Rails, heavy heel. Keep that. drive yourself forward so the knee is pulling more over the toes. You're trying to lift them up. Relax. 2 more. Drive that heel. Keep that. Sit forward. Keep driving. Trying to get a little bit more with every rep. Relax. Last one. Straight up. Heavy heel. Try to lift. Keep that tension as we sit forward. Keep driving. Keep driving. Relax. Perfect. Okay, now let's get to a spot where you can lift. 3 lift-offs, 5-second hold here. Okay, so good tension. Drive the heel. Drive and lift. You're fighting for 4, 3, 2, 1. Control it down slow. 2 more. Brace the core. Drive, lift. You're fighting for 4, 3, 2, 1. Control it down. Last one. Good tension. Heavy heel. Lift and fight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Nice. Okay, last thing, 3 cars here. So let's grab that shin. Start to drive that ankle down, in, spread as we come up, out, peel them down. 2 more, up, spread, down, together. Last one, up, out, down. Then let's take it right back, down, out, spread as we come up, peel them together as you come down. 2, in, down, last one, out, up, spread, in, down, and relax. Nice, that's a wrap, y'all.